across the nation, leading some states that were epicenters for the virus to lift mask requirements. Here's ABC's Em Nguyen.
Hospitalizations are down nearly 50%, with new cases dropping 61% since mid-January. Nearly 632,000 kids tested positive last week. Some health professionals say it's too soon to end mask mandates because vaccination rates are not high enough yet among the school-age population.
Stanford Medicine's Dr. Lele Garabajian says it's all about the numbers, though.
I think where cases are low, where there is no variant of concern that causes severe disease and where vaccination rates are high, I think it's the right time to start the discussion.
COVID protests, meantime, go on. ABC's Derek Dennis.
Authorities in Michigan last night were forced to close the bridge connecting Detroit and Canada, one of the busiest international land border crossings, after demonstrators blocked traffic. The protests have spread from the Canadian capital, Ottawa, where truck drivers set up camp 12 days ago to protest a vaccine mandate for cross-border travel. Since then, thousands of others have joined them, demanding an end to all restrictions.
A 5-hour meeting between Vladimir Putin and French President Emmanuel Macron ending, according to the French, with Putin agreeing not to launch any new military initiatives in Ukraine. The Kremlin denies reports that any deals were made. Gas prices up about 8 cents a gallon compared to a week ago. AAA's Doug Shoup blames the situation in Ukraine.
It's hard for a lot of people to understand that events that are happening on the other side of the globe can impact the prices we pay here at the pump in America. But unfortunately, that is the reality.
The head of Peloton taking on a new role. The Wall Street Journal says founder John Foley will step aside, become executive chair, and former Spotify CEO Barry McCarthy will be the new boss. 2,800 jobs at Peloton also going away. This is ABC News.
Here's some great news. If you missed the deadline to sign up for health insurance, or if, like a lot of people, you just have a plan you're not happy with, you still have a choice. It's called Medishare. It's a Christian healthcare sharing program. There are more than 400,000 members now, and they love it. In fact, Medishare has double the customer satisfaction rate compared to that of health insurance. And Medishare really is the gold standard when it comes to healthcare sharing. It's been around more than 25 years. Members have shared more than $4 billion of each other's medical bills. Plus, Medishare is for you. It has saved its members billions by advocating on their behalf. Best of all, the typical savings for a family is around $6,000 a year. So if you think you're stuck with a high-cost health plan that doesn't have much to offer, think again. Medishare has a 98% customer satisfaction rating, and you are invited to be part of it. Call now. 877-26-BIBLE. That's 877-26-BIBLE. 877-26-BIBLE.
The Rams and the Bengals could feel like the boys of summer at the Super Bowl this weekend. Forecasts for the rest of the week in Southern California show highs around 90 degrees, prompting an excessive heat watch. Just days away from the big game, security's getting tight. ABC's Alex Stone has that part of the story.
The force of LA County Sheriff's deputies protecting the game will be large. From experts in weapons of mass destruction to a rescue helicopter that can fly in to a command center at a secret location watching social media chatter. LA County Sheriff Alex Villanueva tells me,
we've been rehearsing, preparing. We've been doing all the tabletop exercises.
Law enforcement says there are no known credible threats to the game, but they have to try to think of anything somebody might try to pull off in front of a global audience. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Hyundai and Kia are now telling owners of nearly 500,000 cars to park them outside amid worries they could catch fire even when they're stopped. The recall affects Kia Sportage and K900 sedans and Hyundai Santa Fe and Tucson SUVs. They all share an anti-lock brake module that could cause an electrical short, the companies say. And if you've already been up for a while, you may be costing yourself a chance to lose some weight. New study says boosting the amount of sleep that you get from 6.5 hours a night to 8.5 hours could cut your calorie count enough to lose more than 20 pounds over 3 years. This is ABC News.
Stop paying full price for gas. Download the free Get Upside app and get 25 cents per gallon cash back on every gallon of gas you buy. Don't miss out. Millions of people have earned over $200 cash back every month just by using Get Upside and getting gas, which you were going to do anyways. There's no catch. It's simple and free. Download the free Get Upside app now and use promo code HYBRID to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill up. That's promo code HYBRID.
I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
The reasons more and more people are coming to NC Tractor to do business are the selection of Massey Ferguson tractors, Bobcat zero-turn mowers, fantastic customer service, and the special Phil Sheehan seasonal discounts. NC Tractor on Railroad Avenue in Rutherford is making dreams come true for folks who want the risk.
We're tracking reduced visibility to kick off the start of this Tuesday. In areas where we're seeing temperatures below freezing, there's also some pockets of freezing fog as well that could make for some slick conditions driving in on some untreated surfaces. Otherwise, we are going to see clouds race out by this afternoon, sunshine moving in, and warmer highs in the upper 40s and mid-50s. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
And we're just under that freezing mark. We're 31 right now, thus causing that fog to freeze in some sections. Thus is why the school system delayed 2 hours starting today, because there's some ice out there on the road. So please watch out for that if you're out and traveling around the rural areas. Freezing conditions, those foggy conditions. And we're under that fog advisory until about 9 o'clock this morning. Otherwise, after that, we got a beautiful day. 53 expected to be our high, and sunny skies all this week. So not a bad week at all. Now I have these death announcements. Lisa Jordan, age 45, passed away Tuesday, February the 1st at her residence. No formal services will be conducted, and Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Service is serving the family of Lisa Jordan. Mike Flynn, age 73 of Bostic, died Saturday, February the 5th at Atrium Health in Charlotte. A graveside service will be held at 2 o'clock Wednesday, February the 9th at First Baptist Church Cemetery in Bostic. The family will receive friends from 6 until 8 Tuesday evening at Paget and King Mortuary. Paget and King Mortuary and Crematory in charge of the arrangements for Mike Flynn. Richard Ricky Feemster, age 61 of Rutherfordton, passed away Thursday, February 3rd at Spartanburg Regional Medical Center. The funeral service will be conducted at 2 o'clock Wednesday, February the 9th at the Harrelson Funeral Chapel. The family will receive friends from 6 until 8 p.m. tonight at the funeral home. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Services has been entrusted with the arrangements for Richard Ricky Feemster. Margaret Ford Burke, 88 of Bostic, died Thursday, February 3rd. The funeral will be conducted at 2 o'clock today at Mount Lebanon Baptist Church, and burial will follow in the church cemetery. Washburn and Dorsey Funeral and Cremation Service is serving the family of Margaret Ford Burke. Gail Bailey, age 70 of Forest City, passed away Tuesday. A memorial service will be conducted at 3 o'clock Monday, February the 14th at Harrelson Funeral Chapel. The family will receive friends 1 hour prior to service time at the funeral home, and Harrelson Funeral Home serving the family of Gail Bailey. Mary Louise Roper, 80 of Rutherfordton, passed away at her home on February the 7th. A graveside service is planned for Wednesday, February the 9th at Mountain Creek Baptist Church for Mary Louise Roper, and Crow's Mortuary is assisting the family. Kathy Diane Peacock, 68 of Chesney, died Friday, February the 4th at Spartanburg Restorative Care. Graveside service will be conducted at 2 o'clock Wednesday, February the 9th at Rutherford County Memorial Cemetery. Washburn and Dorsey Funeral and Cremation Services in charge of the arrangements for Kathy Diane Peacock. Those are the death announcements we have in-house this morning. Complete information on these and others as they become available to us can be heard this morning at 11:35 and then again at 5:10 as part of the afternoon report here on WCAB, where you get to most information 24/7 from 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB Rutherfordton. And we're underway with our Be My Baby weekend promotion. Started yesterday with some drawings. We had 3 drawings yesterday with some daily prizes. Got some more today, and we'll have them all week long. And then next Monday, the 14th of February, Valentine's Day, is when we'll have the grand prize drawing. And all the preliminary prize folks will be eligible for the grand prize as well. Let me also caution you that it must be 18 years of age or older to participate in this. 18 years of age or older. We've had some already with children's name on them. We prefer that it will be limited to 18 years of age or older to be eligible to win the prizes. You can send it to Post Office Box 511, Rutherfordton, 28139, or you can hand carry it to us here at 191 Whiteside Road, Rutherfordton. Either way, we're happy to enter you in the Be My Baby weekend promotion. Here's Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly here, and I'm warming up from the NRIA.net studios in New York. Stand by for the O'Reilly Update Morning Edition. Investors, are you sitting on capital or wanting to diversify? The NRIA Real Estate Development Fund provides returns right now. They capitalize on strategic markets. They offer steady monthly payouts plus double-digit annualized returns. Start your due diligence at NRIA.net or call 800-800-1414. That's easy. 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at NRIA.net.
On this Tuesday, I tried to watch some of the Olympics from China, but the magic is gone. I don't like the Chinese government. I don't like NBC. There are few interesting storylines running through the games, and no one can explain why Trinidad Tobago is competing. What exactly are they doing in China? It's 90 degrees down there in the winter. But good luck to Trinidad Tobago. Now, I know I'm a curmudgeon, and if you like the figure skating, I'm glad. But I was longing for Tanya Harding to show up. Give me something, anything out of the ordinary. I understand COVID has intruded, but the Chinese government is brutal, kind of like the Germans in 1936. I'm still glad Jesse Owens destroyed those Nazis over there. But this year, watching the Olympics, and by the way, the broadcasters working for NBC are in Connecticut. They didn't even go because of COVID and, I guess, other restrictions from the Chinese government. This is all too bizarre. Now, I'll root for the hockey team, the USA team. I used to play hockey. I know the game. I like the game. But this year, it would be a miracle if it won the gold. Now this. AMAC is the leading conservative advocacy and benefits organization. AMAC gives you access to exclusive benefits, insightful news, and a magazine full of uncensored content. They are pushing back against efforts to defund the police, weaken the borders, and corrupt our youth. But they need your help. Please stand with AMAC at amac.us. That's amac.us. That is the Morning O'Reilly Update. More analysis later on.
It's cold.
How cold?
Well, just go outside.
That's when you know it's for real.
We're helping you survive the winter. WCAB.
This is Gerald Willis, attorney with the Arledge Law Firm in Rutherford. I want to publicly commend Jim Bishop, Lou Gillum, Tracy Hauser, and the entire WCAB staff for their effective and fruitful advertising program. My law firm, the Arledge Law Firm in Rutherford, began advertising with WCAB almost 2 years ago, and I am happy to report and confirm that our regular radio ads with WCAB have generated plenty of calls to our law firm to retain our various legal services. The economic benefit we have received from our advertising with WCAB makes the reasonable cost of advertising with WCAB well worth it. So, take it from me, Attorney Gerald Willis with the Arledge Law Firm. Advertising with WCAB pays big dividends. I encourage all my fellow business people in Rutherford County to promote their businesses by advertising with WCAB.
Good morning. Good morning. Good
By the late 1880s, most Indians were living on reservations. The reservations were under tribal ownership with a communal control and use. Since white people desired individual ownership of land, in addition, it was felt that this promoted industriousness. It was decided that the tribal ownership concept should be changed. So on February 8, 1887, the Dawes-Silvertree Act was passed. reservations were divided into privately owned plots. Men with families received 160 acres. Single adult men got 60 acres and boys 40 acres. Women received nothing. Except for women receiving nothing, it sounds like a pretty good deal, right? There were two problems. First, Indian culture was such that land, like air and sunlight, wasn't something owned by individuals. But the even greater problem was that it was a thinly veiled attempt by the government to take reservation land. For once the allotments were divided among the eligible Indians, there were 86 million acres of land, or 62% of their holdings, left over. This land was available to be sold. In addition to the loss of lands, the Indians lost tribal bargaining power, and resentment developed that the government was trying to destroy traditional cultures. Few people felt the Severalty Act was accomplishing its purpose of bringing Indians into white culture, but it continued as law for 40 years. Finally, in 1934, a law was passed that ended further transfer of lands from Indian hands and made possible communal ownership to any tribe desiring it. You've just heard another story from Old West Radio. I'm Dakota Livesay.
Jesse James Railroad Express has added 2 new sandwiches to their menu. Try the all-new crispy chicken sandwich with lettuce, tomato, and mayonnaise, or the crispy deluxe with lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, bacon, and cheese. And now, the new beer-battered fish sandwich. All come with sides. Enjoy a refreshing milkshake or a hand-dipped ice cream cone. Open Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. Closed Wednesday and Sunday. Jesse James Railroad Express, 531 Railroad Avenue in Rutherford. Call 828-447-4644. Mondays only, hot dog with mustard, chili, and onions for only $1.24 each. All aboard the Jesse James Railroad Express.
It's 17 minutes after 7 o'clock on this foggy Tuesday morning as we head to the phones now to find out what's been happening around our neighborhood. And to get us started is Sheriff Chris Francis to give us that report. Sheriff, good morning.
Good morning, Jim. Hope you're well this morning.
I am doing well. Hope you're doing well.
I am. You said a mouthful. You said it was foggy. Hope everyone's careful this morning.
Boy, it is pretty thick out there, for sure. And the temperature is low enough that some of that could freeze over as well. So we do caution folks to be careful this morning.
Good advice, sir. Good advice.
Tell us what's on your list this morning.
Excuse me. We have 115 calls for service at the Sheriff's Office. There have been 8 arrests processed at county jail. Currently incarcerated, we have 168. Among those arrested, Jason Christopher Simmons, a 38-year-old male of Spindale, was charged with 2 counts of failure to appear. Received a $500 secure bond. Devin Levi Johnson, 38-year-old male of Granite Falls, North Carolina, was charged with 3 failure to appear and received a $1,000 secure bond. Christopher James Anderson, 28-year-old male of Far City, was charged with 2 counts of failure to appear and received a $1,000 secure bond. Joshua Gordon Morrow, 25-year-old male of Far City, was charged with possession of heroin and drug paraphernalia, received a $2,500 secure bond. Rayford Scott Huntley, 64-year-old male of Far City, was charged with 2 counts of failure to appear, received a $20,000 secured bond. And Alan Hoyt Humphreys, a 41-year-old Morris brewer, was charged with failure to appear and possession of meth and received a $500 unsecured bond. Like our instance, we had a lost or stolen tag from McKinney Mill Road, Ellenboro. It was independent dealer 125047, ID 125047. We also had a B&E in Larson on Engineer Road. There was a CB radio valued at $50, a radio with record player valued at $100, 3 jewelry boxes valued at $150, a Murray tiller, and miscellaneous tools, as well as a gas can taken in that incident. And we had a large stand financial card fraud. It originated at Bud Collins Road there in Far City, and the card was used at the ATM there on Chase High Road at Chase Convenience Store. There was multiple transactions used for this stolen card, it believes, to have been taken by somebody that was in the household where it was. And Jim, that's what we had to report today.
Well, Sheriff, I do appreciate that report, and you be safe out there today and stay in touch with us. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Sheriff Chris Francis reporting in this morning. It's 19 past 7. We'll get the 911 Communications Center report up next.
Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood, because we're headquartered in North Carolina with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
And here's Amanda now with the Communications Center to give us the written news. Good morning, Amanda.
Good morning.
What's on that list over there today?
Well, in the past 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office 911 Communications Center has processed 337 911 calls and administrative calls, which consisted of 79 for the emergency medical services, 115 for the Sheriff's Office, 71 for Forest City, 1 for Lake Lure, 38 for Rutherford, and 39 for Spindale. Beals Creek Fire Department had a residential fire alarm. Hudlow had a motor vehicle crash, and Lake Lure had a vehicle fire, and that is all.
Thanks so much. You have a great day.
You too.
Bye. Well, the Daily Courier has given us more insight into the hit-and-run driver that killed a man in Spindale. A disabled man was killed Sunday night when a driver plowed into the victim's wheelchair before fleeing the scene. Victor Antonio Whiteside, 61, of Spindale, was killed around 9 p.m. while wheeling himself toward his Ledbetter Road home. Police have determined that the hit-and-run driver was driving a black Honda or small passenger car. The car should have extensive damage on the right passenger side, including missing passenger side mirror and headlight, according to Spindale Police Chief Eric Shelton. Shelton said police are trying to locate the driver and the car involved. They're reviewing camera footage from various locations. One camera shows the car moving erratically and at a high rate of speed shortly after the crash. Shelton said because of the amount of damage and the speed of leaving the scene suggests the driver knew that he struck someone. The chief acknowledged, however, that Whiteside often puts himself in harm's way by traveling the roads in his wheelchair after dark. Police sometimes assisted Whiteside by pushing him home or giving him a lift. We'd see him out and then we'd get him home. Last night we didn't see him out there. Whiteside often could be found hanging out at Frank's Corner on the corner of Ledbetter Road on Main Street. That appears to be where he was leaving prior to the fatal collision. And the North Carolina Highway Patrol assisted Spindale on the scene. And if you have any information regarding this incident, please contact the Spindale Police Department via Rutherford County Communications at 286-2911. Now let's go over to the Shiloh, Danieltown, Oakland community for the SDO report with Ruby Taylor. Good morning. Good morning, Ruby. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Well, our fire department didn't have any calls, Jim. And on my birthday calendar today, I've got Hugh Cole. Happy birthday, and hope he has a nice day. Signs are in the neck and going to the arms tomorrow. And that's all I've got.
All right, Ruby. You behave yourself over there now. Have a good day.
Okay, you too.
See ya. 22 past 7. You know, nothing strikes fear in the hearts of people more than receiving an IRS audit letter in the mail. Audits take much time away from your business and family, requiring you to gather mounds of records and can become overwhelming unless you have someone you can depend on to take care of that for you. That's why we can recommend IE Accounting and Tax Service. Chris and his team of professionals are in the business to help. Even if you depended on someone else to prepare your taxes, IE Accounting and Tax Service will be glad to assist you or your company. Don't hesitate to call. As a small business owner, you have more important things to do than keep your own books. Why not let IE Accounting and Tax Service take care of that for you, so you can get back to the job of running your business? Consider their payroll solutions for your business, cash flow management, litigation support, and forensic investigation. Why not give them a call and see what they can do for your business? Here's that phone number, 828-395-1777. They're at 211 West Main Street, Spindale. Again, that's 395-1777, and it's spelled A-R-Y-E-E. They can help you through the most simple tax returns or the most complicated, or anything in between. They're a good company to do business with, and I think you'll appreciate knowing them. Now let's head over toward Bostic and get DeVern Upton's report from there. Good morning, DeVern.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. I can't hardly see you over there, though, but I hope you're doing well.
I know. You're going to have to get out there and bring some sunshine out.
We'll bring some in after a while.
Exactly. Okay, it's 33 degrees over here in Bostic. It's foggy. School's on a 2-hour delay again, and the fire department had no calls. Don't forget to go by Bostic Florist and order your Valentine's supply. And the Blessed Box there on Depot Street, go by and leave a blessing where someone else can get blessed. And hope everyone has a wonderful day today.
You too, DeVern. I appreciate you giving us your attention, and you have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide a daycare service for an aging parent or a loved one. You can always depend on Rutherford Life Services for a safe facility that offers medical monitoring, nutritional meals, fun activities, and is a loving environment. Rutherford Life is licensed by the State of North Carolina Division of Aging. They will be glad to answer any questions you may have. Call them at 288-1697. Rutherford Life Services offers a trained staff of professionals who you can entrust your loved one to. Rutherford Life Services is located at 230 Fairground Road in Spindale.
Now here's Bob Hodge reporting from the Hudlow Fire District. Bob, how you doing this morning?
We're doing just fine on this foggy Tuesday morning.
Boy, it's dense out there, isn't it?
It sure is. I looked out. You can hardly see across the road over here this morning there. So.
Should be lifting a little after 9. This foggy weather condition is supposed to be lifted about 9 o'clock today, so we should be okay after that.
Yeah, after 9:30 there, it should be lifting there, but look like it's going to warm up a little, and then the next few days, look like it's going to be pretty nice as far as there. So
nice weather, yes.
That'd be good. And Jim, up here with the fire department, we answered one vehicle accident call overnight. And want to say happy birthday to Jada Looky-Doo this morning. And that's about it up here, so you take care and you be careful going out in this fog this morning.
All right, Bob, I will. You too, and I will see you back here tomorrow.
All right,
thanks.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bob Hodge reporting out of Hudlow Fire District, and you can catch him most afternoons, too, with the afternoon report. Here's a survey that I was really happy to read about. This comes from Inside Radio. It said Americans may love social media, but survey finds it's radio that they really trust. Whether it's a natural disaster or record-setting snowfall like we've had in the past or anything of substance like that, Americans turn to radio for information and companionship. That relationship is doing more than building ratings, is also building trust. A new MRI Simmons survey finds that nearly two-thirds of Americans say radio is either very trustworthy or trustworthy, with radio topping every other media type, trailing by a mere 1% difference in some other newspapers. A CATS Radio Group analysis of the latest MRI Simmons COVID-19 Consumer Insight Survey finds that radio surpasses both computer internet and mobile internet and magazines by double-digit margins. More people prefer radio for their news and information, and they trust radio over social media, which is a good thing. All right, let's head over toward Sue's place there in the Cherry Mountain Fire District. Good morning, Sue. How are you doing?
Good morning, Jim. I'm doing okay. Hope you are.
I am indeed.
Good.
What's going on over there?
Well, it's kind of quiet over this way. It looks like the fog's lifting, and it's going to be a nice day after a while, maybe. And let's see. I didn't have any calls from the fire department, so that's a good thing. On my church calendar, I don't have any birthdays or anniversaries. On my personal calendar, I've got an anniversary for Ed and Esther Gurley, and of course they're on Fairview's calendar, so hope they're going to have a good day today. And nothing on First Broads for today, so not too many celebrating, but we hope anybody's having a birthday or anniversary will have a real good day on their special day. Had a beautiful sunset last night. It was so pretty.
I saw that. That was really absolutely beautiful.
It was. Okay, and my announcements: the blood drive at the Golden Valley Community Clubhouse. That will be on the 14th from 3 to 7 p.m. So hope everybody will come out and give blood and take part in that, because it's always needed. And you might save a life. You never know. And so far, that's the only announcement I have. It's quiet and calm over here looking for a good day, and I hope you'll have one, Jim.
Thanks, Sue. I'll see you next time.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Nobody gets a better deal than the customers at Sisk Family Ford. They have a proven record of the best deals. Sisk Family Ford, Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealer, has recently been recognized as the #1 Ford dealer in customer satisfaction in the Southeast. That speaks well of their commitment to serve their customers well. Look for all the new design 2021 F-150 at Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealership. That's Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City. We're scheduled to have the commission report this morning a little after 8:30, and the chairman will be on with us to talk to us about what they talked about last night in the regular monthly meeting. A lot of things going on in the county that should be impressive for us, those of us who lived here a long time and like to see growth. It's beginning to happen, and we love to hear about it, and we'll perhaps get some of those newer reports from the commissioner, Chairman and Commissioner Brian King this morning. Hopefully, that'll work out just fine. We hope you'll hang around and stay tuned and be informed as we give you the good news and oftentimes some bad news, but we have to give you all of that news to keep you informed, and we'll certainly do that. It's 7:30 here on the Tuesday morning edition of the Morning Report. Valentine's happening. This is Love Week, and we'll be drawing some cards here after a little bit. All right, we're heading over toward the drop-in Family Mart in Bostic, and here's Gene on the phone to give us an update. Good morning, Gene.
Hey, Jim, how you doing this foggy morning?
Oh, man, I tell you, I'm really feeling good, but I'm kind of fogged in. How about you?
Same way over here. Jessie's got fresh coffee, biscuits, gravy, country ham, bacon, eggs, bologna, liver mush. She's all set up ready for them.
Yeah, you can't ask for a better breakfast than all those choices.
No. She's got biscuits on sale, gravy biscuits 2 for $3. And just come on by and check us out and check out the meat prices. And appreciate everybody's business and hope everybody has a great day.
When's your produce coming in, tomorrow?
Yep, we get fresh produce in again tomorrow.
You always keep a good-looking line of produce. I've been really appreciative of the fact you keep it fresh, and it always looks good over there.
Well, we appreciate that, Jim. We try to do our very best to keep everything fresh.
And good personal service, that's what you don't find much anymore. But Drop-In Family Mart in Boston still has good personal service, and I give you a pat on the back for that.
Well, thank you, Jim. We try to make everybody happy, and in this day and age, it's kind of hard, but we try to make everybody happy.
I know. Some people, it's hard to make happy, isn't it?
Well, we just try to be nice to everybody and give so that everybody kind of walks out of here with a good experience, and maybe they come in and a little grumpy, maybe they'll go out a little bit happier.
There you go. I appreciate that. Listen, I appreciate you being on with us. Thank you for the report, and keep up the good work over there.
Thank you, Jim.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's Gene over at the Drop-In Family Mart in Bostic, right across from the post office there, Highway Bostic Sunshine Highway. If you've never stopped in for breakfast, give yourself a treat and go by and get one of those biscuits. They're good. And breakfast pizza is always good, too. Fresh coffee. That coffee is really good. A long time ago, Lee Harrells gave me a cup of coffee from their new coffee vending. Man, I was impressed with that. You will, too. Go see them. They're in there at Drop-In Family Mart there in Bostic. 7:33. And we're going to get up here with, I believe, Tina White is maybe next up in the Shingle Hollow community. And let's see if we can get her on the radio right now. Good morning. Do I have Tina White on the radio?
Good morning from Shingle Hollow. Yes, you do. It's Tina White, live and in person.
Live and in person, feeling good?
I am feeling good. Much better today than the past two.
Well,
thank God for that.
What's the answer to that?
Oh, you know what it is. Well, it is 31 degrees up here in Shingle Hollow this morning, and the fog is lifting. Early this morning, it was real foggy. I couldn't even see across the street to Glenda and Doug and Diane's house, but now I can. And the fire department was all quiet the past 24 hours. And there's no birthdays on any of the church calendars or my personal calendar today. Piney Knob Baptist Church wants to invite you out to a Valentine dinner this Saturday, the 12th at 5 p.m. They will be serving chicken and pork chops. You get to choose one or the other and with the sides. And it's a donations only. And then on the 27th, the Deddy Sisters will be at Piney Knob Baptist Church. And I still don't know if it's morning service or evening service. I'm being a bad reporter this morning. But just mark your calendars for the 27th to come see the Deddy Sisters at Piney Knob Baptist Church.
Well, Jimmy will let you know. He'll get in touch with you and let you know.
Yes, I can call him up. And Jimmy, he's real nice and kind to me. He's dear to my heart.
He may still be in bed this morning.
No, he gets up pretty early, I think. He might even be listening to us. Good morning, Jimmy, if you are.
Somewhere having breakfast, probably.
Right.
He loves a good breakfast.
I think he loves to eat. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
I think you're right.
I know I do.
I do, too.
I thought of my grandmother this morning. I'll just have to share this. My grandmother was Mildred McCurry, a very sweet and wonderful lady. She used to get up and fix breakfast every morning. When I was a small child, they had a wood stove that, my grandfather would get up and put the wood in the stove, and she would get up and start cooking, preparing food for the family. She wouldn't talk. She had to have her coffee, and he'd always say, "Mill, are you mad?" Well, this morning I got up and was fixing breakfast, and I was just a few minutes behind what I wanted to be. And I was quiet. My husband came up to me and he said, "Are you mad?" I was not mad, but I did think of my sweet grandma and grandpa.
Just had to have my coffee, then everything's going to be fine.
Yes. Well, everybody have a great day today, and God bless you, and stay safe.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, bye-bye.
And now here's Andrew Tisdale, who will be with us, by the way, a little after 8 o'clock. It's more live here in the Blue Room, but here's his comments for right now. To win in sports, you must adjust your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of investments. Why not let Andrew Tisdale, your Edward Jones financial advisor, help you create a game plan for financial success? Call 828-287-9197 and get started today. That's Andrew Tisdale at Edward Jones Financial Advisor, 828-287-9197. Well, I guess that wasn't Andrew Tisdale after all. That was somebody sounding a lot like Jim Bishop. We're going up to Union Mills now to get that report from up on the hillside and see what's been happening around that area. And reporting for us this morning is Brenda Kelly. Good morning, Brenda Kelly.
Good morning, Jim Bishop. How are you on this terrific Tuesday morning?
I'm terrific.
Feeling mighty fine?
I am, yes.
That's good.
Feel better all over than anywhere else.
There you go. I sang along with Amazing Grace this morning.
Isn't that a great song?
Oh, it is, yeah. What was that song we sang Sunday at church? It made me think of Alan Jackson because he's got a CD with it on it. Turn your eyes upon Jesus, look full in his smart. Yeah. So I sung that too.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. But we hope everybody's having a good day. I've got 26 degrees on the front porch. I don't have any birthdays, any anniversaries. And looking out, the fog's lifted up here. But, boy, earlier it was so foggy you couldn't even see your hand in front of you. So still caution everybody to be careful. I don't know how it is downtown or like that, but everybody needs to be careful. And then ways of announcement, Saturday, February the 26th, Union Mills Wilderness Race, 5K, 10K, and virtual options. In-person race starts at 10 a.m. The cost is $25. Pre-register at the website, Information Fund on UMLC Facebook page or by contacting 828-429-5871. And so far, that's all I got going on that I know of. It's just short, sweet, quiet, and I like it like that.
I like it like that. There was a song about that, but I like it like that.
The name of the place is I like it.
Yeah, that's
like
it.
that.
That's it. That's it.
Come on, let me show you where it's at.
Sing it, Brenda. Sing it.
I'm telling my age this morning, ain't I?
I tell you, that goes back a ways, but
yeah, but that's all right. So do I.
That's all right. That's all right. You're still enjoying life, and that's the main thing.
I try to. You know, it's precious. Every day's precious. we don't know when today will be our last one.
Absolutely
so
right.
We enjoy them.
Absolutely right. My brother, he's older than me. He's a specimen of health. He's a retired doctor of chiropractic, and he's never been to the doctor much at all, other little finger things. But he had a severe stroke the other day, and he's in the hospital now. Don't know how it's all going to turn out, but he can't doesn't have any movement on his right side. Can't see out of his right eye just yet, and he's they have a lot of people are praying for him and around him.
And where does he live?
He lives down in Chesney, but he's in the hospital at Greenville. They sent him down there. They put a pacemaker in his heart. He had a blood clot at the base of his brain. That caused the stroke, I think. So I think they've got that out, but it's still going to be a slow process for him, and he is. He's like I say, he's never been sick before, but this is sort of slow him down. Slow him down quite a bit.
Well, we'll have to pray real hard for him.
Do that. I appreciate that.
I've had several people to call, and they'll say, I had a call yesterday, said, you need to pray for so-and-so. They're having surgery tomorrow, and then once they heal whatever the surgery is, they're going to have a skin graft and stuff. And I said, I sure will. And through the years, I'd wait till I go to bed at night, and that's when I say my prayers.
Yeah.
I mean, I pray all day long, like thank you for my food and stuff like that. But I decided, well, if it's important enough for somebody to ask you to pray for them, do it right then. So I got to where I just pray right then.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. A lot of people depend on and believe in prayer, as I do, and I know you do too.
I do too.
But over the years, my brother and I have become best buddies. So it's been tough for me not to be able to go see him. Nobody can go in except his wife, and she has to stay all day. She can't go and come. All that restrictive
that's
stuff.
Weird,
so,
ain't it? Because of COVID.
Yep. They won't let this. They won't let anybody else go. If she leaves, she can't come back in until the next day. So it's crazy, but.
Well, that's tough on somebody to have to sit all day long at a hospital. That is very tiring.
Yep.
Yeah, especially when you get on up in age.
Well, Anyway.
Well, we wish the best for your brother.
Well, thank you, Brenda. I appreciate that, and I hope you have a great day.
What's his name? So I like to call my prayer request out by name.
His name's Bill, and a lot of folks
will
know him by Dr. Bill because he had some patients from up this way, but some people will remember that name. So, Bill or Dr. Bill.
Okay,
I appreciate it.
Pray for him.
Thank you, Brenda.
Have a good one.
You too.
Catch you later.
Bye-bye. That's the Kelly Report from Upstate Union Mill, 742.
Thinking about the departure of a loved one through death is a subject we don't like to talk about. However, pre-planning or prepaying for a funeral is a consideration and responsible thing to do. With so many options available today, it's important to speak with someone you can trust and someone who can help you find a balance between the emotional, spiritual, and financial needs of your loved ones. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory is recognized as one of the best family-run funeral homes. It's a family tradition, and they know how to care for your family. Any questions you might have, they will be happy to answer. Call Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services at 286-2304.
And now in Ellenboro, here we come. Luther Gilligan, are you welcoming us with open arms?
Working hard? No. I'm just trying to get my foghorn to work.
Well, you need it this morning, don't you?
I do need it this morning. Really foggy out here. But hey, it'll clear off sometime. But it's a good morning. It was quiet this morning. Nothing going on. Had a quiet day yesterday and last night. The fire department only had one medical call. Other than that, they've been quiet all day. And they're looking for a good quiet day today. Nothing else going on down here, Jim. You have a great day up there, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks, Luther. Have a good one now. See ya.
All right, take care now.
Bye. And it's time for birthdays and anniversaries for this 8th day of February. If you're celebrating today, give us a call so we can celebrate with you and add a little joy, a little cheer. 287-3356 is the line to call your birthdays in. 287-3356.
Cheryl, have you been to the Homeworks Design Center inside Henson Building Materials in Forest City?
Oh, yes. Shana, David, and William are incredible at designing kitchen and bath cabinetry for my new she shed.
Your what?
And they have a full line of windows and doors on display in their 5,000 square foot showroom. And they'll install any ones you pick out for me.
Oh, you're too good to me.
I know. With selling and installing, it's basically one-stop shopping.
Henson Building Materials, 177 Duke Street, Forest City.
Building starts here.
Your car's best friend can be RS Speedy Lube Service Center. That's because RS Speedy Lube Service Center and Car Wash can keep your car or truck running clean with a regular oil change. They check the fluids and vacuum out the car and have you on your way in no time. Go next door for a radiator or transmission flush, brakes, exhaust, CV joints, and service for big trucks and campers also available. Pull next door to the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash and make your car happy with a clean, all under and all over car wash. It's all at RS Service Center and Car Wash on Railroad Avenue in Rutherfordton.
Would you like a good omelet this morning, plain omelet or a cheese omelet or a Western omelet? That Western omelet served with cottage fried potatoes, choice of ham or choice of bacon sausage or patties or ham steak. Also, choice of 2 pancakes, biscuit or toast, or maybe you want French toast, maybe a good hot cup of coffee or a delicious daylight donut. You can all of that plus more. Your choices are many at Granny B's. They're serving breakfast now. Go by and have a good breakfast with them and see what it's like to sit down and enjoy a good, hot, steamy breakfast from good folks who know how to do it. That's Granny B's in Spindale, Main Street, right next to the Shake Shop. It's 7:46. Hit it, guys.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday wishes going out to Norris Lane up in Cane Creek. Norris is 92 today, so happy birthday, Norris. Other birthdays include Jules Verne. He's the father of science fiction, born in 1829. Jack Lemmon, actor. He was born in 1925 and died in 2001, is that? 2001? 1931, James Dean was born. He died in 1955. 1940, Ted Koppel was born. He was a journalist. Some of the big events on this day include 1918, Stars and Stripes Weekly, U.S. Armed Forces newspapers, first published, 1918. 1926, Disney Brothers Cartoon Studio becomes Walt Disney Studio. 1965, first U.S. combat troops deployed to Vietnam. 1969, the last edition of the Saturday Evening Post was published. And on this date, Safer Internet Day, National Boy Scout Day, National Iowa Day, and National Kite Flying Day. So now you're up to date on this date in history here on WCAB. Keys to Confident Living coming up. Andrew Tisdale, top of the hour, and a commission report at the bottom of the hour, all right here on WCAB.
In 1923, 6 of the most financially successful men in America gathered at the Edgewater Beach Hotel in Chicago. These 6 men had shown that they could make money and make a lot of it. The good life was now theirs to enjoy. They should have been set for life, but were they truly successful? Where were these men 25 years later? Charles Schwab, the president of the largest independent steel company, lived on borrowed money the last 5 years of his life and died penniless. Richard Whitney, the president of the New York Stock Exchange, was incarcerated for a time in Sing Sing prison. Albert Fall, a former member of the president's cabinet, was pardoned from prison so that he could die at home. Jesse Livermore, a financial wizard on Wall Street, Leon Fraser, the president of the Bank of International Settlement, and Ivan Kruger, head of the world's greatest monopoly, all committed suicide. The media and many Americans idolize these men for their success at making money. But considering their outcome, were they truly successful? the Bible records an interesting statement that seems to describe what God considers success. It states, "Let not the wise man bask in his wisdom, nor the mighty man in his might, nor the rich man in his riches. Let them boast in this alone, that they truly know me, and understand that I am the Lord." True success needs to be seen through God's eyes and not man's. This is Bill Hostler with today's key to confident living.
This is Kent Baldwin with the Arledge Law Firm in Rutherfordton, North Carolina. I just wanted to take a minute to say that the decision to
vaccination rates are the lowest in individuals under age 40.
Dr. Mercedes Carnathian, Vice Chair of Preventative Medicine at Northwestern University, says more than half of all eligible children across the country are still not vaccinated. And people are still dying of COVID.
The Washington National Cathedral tolling its bell 900 times to recognize 900,000 COVID-19 deaths, as congressional leaders gathered on the Capitol steps in remembrance for those lost to the virus.
ABC's Em Nguyen. French President Emmanuel Macron saying that 5 hours worth of talks with Russia's Vladimir Putin in Moscow secured a promise for no new initiatives in Ukraine. The Kremlin this morning, however, is denying that. Once the darling of the pandemic, Peloton has seen its stock price drop over the past several months. Now CEO John Foley is stepping aside. The company also plans to slash 2,800 mostly corporate jobs. The Oscar nominations will be announced this hour. ABC's Jason Nathanson with more on what could be named as Best Picture choices.
Netflix could have 3.
Open up the gate, let him out.
The Power of the Dog is a likely lock for a Best Picture nomination. The global warming satire Don't Look Up has a strong shot, and the musical Tick Tick Boom could get in there. Other likely locks include Kenneth Branagh's Belfast, Steven Spielberg's West Side Story, and King Richard. Dune certainly has a shot, as does Apple TV Plus's Coda and Paul Thomas Anderson's Licorice Pizza. And the last 2 spots could go to Being the Ricardos, The Tragedy of Macbeth, or the Japanese drama Drive My Car.
Jason says one thing we do know for certain is there will be 10 pictures in the category. You're listening to ABC News.
What's done more to improve overall health and wellness? Modern medicine or personal hygiene? Actually, it's both. But considering that bathing went mainstream in the 1800s and brushing your teeth in the 1900s, isn't it time for something new, like cleaning your nose? After all, your nose is the body's air filter for trapping dirt and germs, the first line of defense against allergens, bacteria, and viruses from getting into your lungs. But how do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage isn't medicine, it's more like plumbing. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril to the very back of the nose where germs can get trapped and multiply, and then out the other nostril, flushing out mucus, and you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. Join over 2 million others and find out for yourself how refreshing and easy to use Navage is. At Navage.com, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
One person now under arrest after a shooting at a Washington state grocery store that left a customer dead and a worker badly hurt. Kevin Kohler was inside the Fred Meyer store in Richland, Washington when the shots went off. Says he was scared to death.
I was just up the next aisle over, heard the rounds go off, knew it wasn't fireworks, and then I was just waiting for who to come around either end of the store.
The suspect, 39-year-old Aaron Christopher Kelly, caught overnight, now faces murder and attempted murder charges. A local Republican Party official in Texas is coming under criticism for her list of proposals for additions to the party platform.
Among the planks that Harris County GOP Precinct Chair Carla Richburg proposed, banning the term gay marriage from legal documents, treating all Chinese nationals as spies, and endorsing deadly force at the U.S.-Mexico border. Rice University political science professor Mark Jones says that even in deep red Texas,
certainly these are not the type of proposals you would want to present if your goal is to win general elections in Harris County.
The Republican Party has condemned the proposals. County Democrats are demanding that Carla Richburg be removed as a GOP precinct chair. Jim Ryan, ABC News, Dallas.
And COVID, it looks like, is claiming the oldest pub in England. The owner says the past 2 years have been too tough to keep the business going. The pub first opened in North London in the year 793. This is ABC News.
Now an important message from Exergen. A critical new FDA study proves that the widely used non-contact thermometers are not accurate and have high probabilities for false negative readings. New COVID strands are on the rise, and non-contact manufacturers are being irresponsible at a time when accuracy matters most. Accurate temperature measurements are essential. Don't wait. Switch to Exergen because they are accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure, be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Areas of dense fog will be possible to start in a few spots where we are seeing those temperatures below freezing fog possible. Slick conditions will be possible out the door. We are likely to see our conditions improve throughout the morning with sunshine building in by lunchtime. It is going to be a brighter day and milder one. Highs heading into the upper 40s and mid 50s. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
And we're still just below the freezing mark. We're at 31. It should be climbing up pretty fast, and when it does get past that freezer locker stage, it's going to be up at around 53 for a daytime high today, and only light wind. Tonight we'll drop it back to 27 for the overnight low again. The fog is lifting out there. There's some fog in some sections, so please watch out for that. And still being below freezing, if that fog there may be freezing over to what's that overpass and those ridges, and you should be okay. It's Tuesday morning. It's 5 minutes after the hour. And we have Andrew Tisdale in the Blue Room with me right now, and we'll talk with him right after this.
Have you heard of deja vu?
Deja vu? I get it all the time.
No, deja woo.
Bless you.
No, deja woo.
Deja woo. Deja what?
With Multiply the Cash scratch-offs from the North Carolina Education Lottery, your win gets multiplied, so you feel the win all over again. It's more than deja vu. It's...
Deja woo.
That's right.
I want deja woo.
Hey, we all do. Get deja woo with new Multiply the Cash scratch-offs. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 in 3.44 to 4.85. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
All right, let's welcome Andrew Tisdale to the Blue Room again this Tuesday morning, folks. He's live and in living color right here, live from the Blue Room. Welcome.
Welcome. Well, thank you. Welcome, thank you.
And we're glad to have you.
I am so happy to be here.
Good, good. Tell us what's you got on your mind today.
You know, there's one thing you say every time I come in.
What's that?
That I make sense of investing.
Yes.
And I really appreciate that. So what's the definition of investing?
Good question.
Thank you. That's the point. That's what's on my mind today. Let's make that very clear, simple, easy to understand. To commit. Investing is to commit in order to earn a return. It can mean money. It can mean time. It can be words. It's actions. Every second that we have in life, everything we do is an investment in something. So if you want to be a very good investor, you have to prioritize your investments. If I invest a lot of my money in my retirement today, I'm going to have to sacrifice how I live today. Because I'm putting more money in my 401k or IRA, that means I'm not going to go out to eat as much. Or I may even sacrifice where I want to go travel. If I sacrifice all of my time with my work, I may miss some time with my children and my family and my wife. But if I spend so much time with my family and my wife, I may not be able to continue working because I may get fired. The words that I say to my family, the words that I say to the people around me is an investment that I'm making. What kind of return am I wanting when I make those words? So my point today is think about your investing. And where are your priorities? Are your priorities investing in something that's going to give you a good return for the future? In money, in time, in relationships, in health. Everything we do is an investment. That's not just about money. But everything actually intertwines together. I'm going to go back. If I invest all my money to my retirement today, I will be sacrificing some things. Is it what I want for my future? If I don't invest in my retirement today, is it going to help get me what I want for my future? It's things that we have to really think about when we do invest.
Good words of wisdom. It seems to me that during these times of complications and all these things weighing on our minds and inflation going up and down, prices going up and down, we need somebody like yourself that's trained in this business to sort of guide us along what to do with the best money. Because it's too complicated for me to think about it myself, and I'm sure that a lot of folks feel the same way. I don't know what to do next with it, so that's why somebody like you is so available.
Oh, I'm glad I can be in this role, and especially with the new office and everything. And a lot of times, I just want to say, if you're going to come talk to me, what I just talked about is what we're going to talk about. What is your goals? What is your priorities? We're not just going to talk about retirement.
Yeah, Good. You'll find him at the new location there on Charlotte Road. Phone number still the same, 287-9197. Andrew Tisdale, financial advisor with Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Even though it's a blue room, it's never blue.
That's right. Exactly right. Have a great week.
You too.
And I'll be back in just a few moments with news from here and there. We'll have a drawing for a Valentine Be My Baby in just a few moments.
Trying to decide where to shop for your Valentine this year? That's easy. The Burnt Chimney Gifts and Decor, a gorgeous showroom full of vintage reloved furniture, unique specialty items made mostly by local artists right here in Rutherford County. Soaps, wreaths, candles, jewelry, and so much more. If you can't decide on the right gift, they have gift certificates available. The Burnt Chimney Gifts and Decor, East Main Street in Forest City, or call 245-1786. Happy Valentine's Day from the Burnt Chimney.
Well, the next Valentine's going to be drawn. I've drawn that card already, and the winner is going to receive a great gift certificate from Don's Italian Restaurant there in Spindale. I'll tell you what, looks like it's going to be a nice one large, one-topping pizza. It's going to be good for you, and that is a gift certificate, and you'll have that right here. Come by and pick that up. And, of course, all those earlier prize winnings can be eligible for the grand prize, which we'll do next Monday on Valentine's Day, the 14th. This is the 8th, so we got a few days yet for you to get your card in. And if you haven't done so, please get that into us. Keep in mind the mailing dates. Be sure you don't mail it Thursday because we probably won't get it in time because we're going to, by the time we check the mail on Friday morning, that'll be the last time we can check the mail before the drawing on Monday. So if you want to bring it by, that's good too. We'll always happy to see you. There's a cute little card, Valentine's card. It's got a dog sleeping under a Valentine cover. I guess that's a cute little dog. Warmest wishes for the most wonderful Valentine's Day ever. And this is from Justin and Tiffany Edwards. Justin and Tiffany, congratulations. You've got yourself a winning from Don's Italian. If you'll stop by here, now we'll have that certificate, and you can go enjoy that meal with the good folks there at Don's Italian Restaurant. So that's a good thing, right? All right, we believe we're going to have a commission report at 8:30 this morning with our chairman of the county commissioners, keeping you informed as well as entertained right here and hopefully inspired from time to time on 100.9 FM, 590 AM WCAB. On the cause of that, more insight on that fatal fire, still ruled undetermined. Daily Courier is saying the cause of the fire of February the 1st at 253 Davis Lake Road is being called undetermined. The investigation is complete, according to Rutherford County Fire Marshal Frankie Hembrick. One died in the fire, and the man who suffered severe injuries remains hospitalized in the Augusta, Georgia Burn Center as of yesterday. Their names have not been revealed by authorities. The victims are believed to be a married couple ranging in age from 70 to 75. While the cause was undetermined, officials believe the fire originated in the living room of the home. Initial reports of the fire made to the Rutherford County 911 Communications Center indicated possible explosions at the site. However, those reported explosions were later determined to be oxygen cylinders used by one of the occupants of the home. February is on a time when parents are preparing to enroll their children in kindergarten for the 22-23 school year. According to a story by Scott Carpenter in the Daily Courier, the Rutherford County Schools will hold its Kinderpalooza event February the 22nd, 4 until 7 at the Foundation at Isothermal Community College. Kinderpalooza is an annual event designed to get parents and children excited about school in general and to showcase the offerings of the Rutherford County Schools in particular for upcoming kindergartners. Ready Teddy will once again play a central role in generating excitement among the kindergartners. Teddy is a bear character first introduced by RCS last year. He is the creation of Richie Garland, Rutherford County Schools Director of Marketing and Community Relations. He also coordinates the academically and or intellectually gifted program. Teddy will be visiting all of the Rutherford County School preschool programs as well as approximately 10 privately operated preschools. Teddy will speak with the children and give them a gift along with information on how to be ready for kindergarten. All that information coming up soon. The Rutherford County Schools will hold its Kinderpalooza event February 22nd, 4 until 7 at the Foundation. And the Daily Courier is also reporting that hit-and-run driver killed a man in a wheelchair over in Spindale. A disabled man was killed Sunday night when a driver plowed into the victim's wheelchair before fleeing the scene. Victor Antonio Whiteside, 61 of Spindale, was killed around 9 p.m. while wheeling himself toward his Ledbetter Road home. Police had determined that the hit-and-run driver was driving a black Honda or small passenger car. The car should have extensive damage on the right passenger side, including missing a passenger side mirror and headlight, according to Spindale Police Chief Eric Shelton. Shelton said police are trying to locate the driver and the car involved. They are reviewing camera footage from various locations. One camera shows the car moving erratically and at a high rate of speed shortly after the crash. Shelton said if they had just stayed on the scene, it probably wouldn't have been a problem. Now the driver is facing charges of hit and run. If the investigation reveals the driver was impaired or driving without a license, additional charges could be pending. Shelton said because of the amount of damage and the speed of leaving the scene suggests the driver knew they struck someone. The chief acknowledged that Whiteside often put himself in harm's way by traveling the roads in the wheelchair after dark. Police sometimes assisted Whiteside by pushing him home or giving him a lift. We'd see him out there and we'd go get him and get him home. Last night we didn't see him out there, Shelton said. Whiteside could often be found hanging out at Frank's Corner on the corner of Ledbetter Road and Main Street. That appears to be where he was leaving prior to the fatal collision, according to Chief Shelton. The North Carolina Highway Patrol assisted Spindale on the scene. If you have any information regarding this incident, please contact the Spindale Police Department via the Rutherford County Communications at 828-286-2911. One more good news from the world of radio I discovered. I mentioned this earlier this morning. Americans, this is from a InsideRadio.com survey they did. Americans may love social media, but survey finds it's radio that they will trust. I like the sound of that. Whether it's a natural disaster or record-setting snowfall like the Northeast experienced over the weekend, Americans turn to radio for information and companionship. That relationship is doing more than building ratings. It's also building trust. A new MRI Simmons survey finds that nearly two-thirds of Americans say radio is either very trustworthy or trustworthy with radio topping every other media type. A Cat to Radio Group analysis of the latest MRI Simmons COVID-19 Consumer Insights Survey, well, that's a mouthful. MRI Simmons COVID-19 Consumer Insights Survey data finds that radio surpasses both computer internet and mobile internet and magazines by double-digit margins. And more than twice as many adults consider radio trustworthy compared to social media. When it comes to fake news, it seems Americans have concluded it is not traditional media outlets that are the source, but rather online media options. The CAT's analysis also shows that radio had high trustworthy scores not only for the average American, but also among the superfans of other media. Regardless of how much additional media people consume, the data shows heavy users of television, the internet, social media, and magazines all consider radio to be more trustworthy than the respective media they consume on a regular basis. So that is good news, and we appreciate all of you who turn to radio and trust radio and WCAB for your constant source of daily information and keeping you informed. I think that's a good thing that we continue to strive and stay above the fray and make it sincere and honest and above board. Now, Georgia Police Department is suggesting citizens this is interesting, I thought. Georgia Police Department is suggesting that citizens turn in their ex-lovers for Valentine's Day, following the footsteps of a North Carolina Sheriff's Department. The Rockmont Police Department said Wednesday that while Valentine's Day is traditionally set aside to celebrate with a special love in your life, residents shouldn't forget those exes that did you wrong. Do you have an ex-Valentine and know that they are outstanding warrants for them? Do you have information that they are driving with drugs in their car? Give us a call with that location and we'll take care of the rest. The department said in a Facebook post while noting that copied the idea from a North Carolina Sheriff's Department In exchange for those unlucky X's that do get turned in, the department is offering a set of limited edition platinum bracelets, free transportation with a chauffeur, a one-night minimum stay in luxurious accommodations, and professional glamour shots that will be posted online for all to enjoy. That's what the person that you pick up gets. Just to sweeten the pot, the department will include a special Valentine's dinner. We know this special is so incredible that you may be tempted to provide additional referrals. We don't blame you. This special is too sweet to pass up. Operators are standing by. So there you go. The department acknowledges that while humor may have been used to get the ad across, it is certain that someone reading this ad is about to call us and give someone up, the sheriff said. The Nash County Sheriff's Office in North Carolina offered up the same deal last year, with the creative marketing yielding several arrests in that capacity. Turn your ex in for Valentine's Day. Well, I don't know how that would go over. It all depends on, I guess, how much court time and alimony time there's going into that. 21 past the hour, the Sheriff's Report with Sheriff Chris Francis is coming right up.
At Smith Drugs of Forest City, we are continuing to offer the COVID-19 rapid testing and the COVID-19 vaccinations. Please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591 with any questions or concerns that you may have. You may also visit our website at smithsdrugsfc.com and schedule your COVID rapid 19 test or your vaccination. Again, if you have any questions, please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591.
It's that time again, time to get the flu vaccines. And Smith's Drugs in Forest City has the flu vaccinations available. Walk-ins Monday through Friday and Saturdays by appointment. And Smith's Drug is asking all their Dream Station and System 1 CPAP customers to call if you need any help with registering your recalled devices. Just call the Home Medical Department for any help or with questions at 828-245-4591. And Smith's Drugs has the Moderna and Pfizer initial shots and the boosters. They also have the flu vaccines at Smith's Drugs of Forest City.
Well, the Super Bowl is this Sunday, February the 13th, and nothing goes better with the Super Bowl than hot wings. Well, be sure to stop into Don's Italian Restaurant and order up some delicious hot wings, pizzas, and even desserts pizza for your family and your friends that are stopping by. Super Bowl get-together. They also have pasta dishes, salads, sandwiches, and subs. You can call them at 828-288-3711, and they're located at 619 Oakland Road in Spindale, open Tuesday through Sunday, 11 until 9 p.m. Help celebrate the Super Bowl with a delicious meal from Don's Italian Restaurant, Oakland Road in Spindale. If you want to have it ordered and take home, they'll be glad to prepare that for you. If you just want to skip the game and to go out to Don's Italian and have some hot wings, they'll welcome you there as well. Don's Italian, Oakland Road there in Spindale. Sheriff Chris Francis was on with us earlier to give us a report from his department. We recorded it for broadcast at this time.
We have 115 calls for service at the Sheriff's Office. There have been 8 arrests processed at county jail. Currently incarcerated, we have 168. Among those arrested, Jason Christopher Simmons, a 38-year-old male of Spindale, was charged with 2 counts of failure to appear, received a $500 secure bond. Devin Levi Johnson, 38-year-old male of Granite Falls, North Carolina, charged with 3 failure to appear, received a $1,000 secure bond. Christopher James Anderson, 28-year-old male of Forest City, was charged with 2 counts of failure to appear, received a $1,000 secure bond. Joshua Gordon Morrow, 25-year-old male of Forest City, was charged with possession of heroin and drug paraphernalia, received a $2,500 secure bond. Rayford Scott Huntley, 64-year-old male of Forest City, was charged with 2 counts of failure to appear, received a $20,000 secure bond. And Alan Hoyt Humphreys, a 41-year-old Morris brewer, was charged with failure to appear and possession of meth and received a $500 unsecured bond. Like our instance, we had a lost or stolen tag from McKinney Mill Road. Ellenborough. It was independent dealer 125047, ID 125047. We also had a B&E in Larson on Engineer Road. There was a CB radio valued at $50, a radio with record player valued at $100, 3 jewelry boxes valued at $150, a Murray tiller, and miscellaneous tools, as well as a gas can taken in that incident. And we had a large stand financial card fraud. It originated at Bud Collins Road there in Forest City, and the card was used at the ATM there on Chase High Road at Chase Convenience Store. There was multiple transactions used for this stolen card. It believes to have been taken by somebody that was in the household where it was. And Jim, that's what we had to report today.
Virginia knocking off number 7 Duke 69-68. Cavaliers coach Tony Bennett.
It's an unbelievable atmosphere. You grow up watching it. You know how talented their team is, Coach K, all of that. We just said be laser focused to start and play our game.
Duke's Mike Krzyzewski.
Their precision with Clark and Beekman is what makes them, one of the things that makes them really good. And they carved us up.
In the NBA, the Toronto Raptors defeated the Charlotte Hornets 116-101, sixth straight win for the Raptors. Hornets coach James Borrego.
It's like life, you just stay with it. You stay the course. You don't panic. We've all been here before. It's basketball. Nobody's dying here. We're okay. Everybody's all right.
Mitch Marner scored the tying goal late in the third period and then got the winner in overtime, giving the Toronto Maple Leafs a 4-3 win over the Carolina Hurricanes. More on that from Dave Ferry.
Mitch Marner's second goal of the night was the game winner as the Maple Leafs outlasted the Hurricanes 4-3. He also tied the game with 5:48 remaining in regulation, stretching his goal streak to 8 games and helping Toronto win for the 6th straight time. Marner has 10 goals during his streak after netting just 6 in his first 25 games this season. Austin Matthews netted his 30th and 31st goals of the year, 3:21 apart in the second period to put Toronto ahead. But Carolina regained the lead on third period tallies by Tony DeAngelo and Derek Stepan. I'm Dave Ferry.
Elsewhere last night in National Hockey League action, Ottawa with a 4-1 win over New Jersey. You're listening to NCN Sports.
If the power goes out for your business, are you prepared with a backup? Without electricity, security systems go down, refrigerated items spoil, and customers are turned away. In other words, your business loses money. Control your power. Control your business with a Generac automatic standby generator. Alternative Power is North Carolina's Generac generator experts. In fact, all Alternative Power does is provide backup power. Financing options are available. See more at alternativepower.com.
At alternativepower.com.
Schools all over North Carolina have improved their STEM education offerings and are saving energy from the NC Green Power Solar Plus Schools Grant. And your school can too. The 2022 grant period is open now. Recipient schools receive an educational solar installation, a weather station, a STEM curriculum, and teacher training. Any North Carolina K-12 school can apply for a Solar Plus Schools Grant. Learn more at ncgreenpower.org. Act now. The application period ends February 28th. Apply at ncgreenpower.org.
At the Olympics, American skater Nathan Chen shining on the ice in Beijing. CBS News correspondent Steve Frederman is at the Olympics with more.
Nathan Chen got off to a tremendous start in his quest to win gold in men's figure skating. In his short program, Chen earned a score of 113.97. That's the highest score ever recorded in the men's short program. He has a nearly 6-point lead over his closest competitor from Japan, and if Chen can come through in the free skate, he will very likely have a gold medal around his neck. Steve Futterman, CBS News at the Winter Olympics in Beijing.
Well, just a couple of days ago, Tom Brady revealed that the quarterback is retiring. Yesterday, he hinted that it might not be permanent. He said, "You never say never." Tony Rixby, NCN Sports.
Areas of dense fog will be possible to start in a few spots where we are seeing those temperatures below freezing fog possible. Slick conditions will be possible out the door. We are likely to see our conditions improve throughout the morning with sunshine building in by lunchtime. It is going to be a brighter day and milder one. Highs heading into the upper 40s and mid 50s. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
And we're hovering just below freezing still here this morning, 31 degrees. We can't bump above that freeze lock our mode, but we are going to do that here probably, I'd say, within the hour, maybe 30 minutes. We should bump above 32 because it's going to be kind of nice once we get there. 53, it will be mostly sunny temperatures today here in the foothills, and that's pretty much prevalent all week long. 58 and 59 on Friday, and only a wind gust of 15 miles per hour on Friday will make a big difference there, but that's pretty warm. It's almost like springtime again. on Friday. Let's see what Saturday looks like. If I can get over here to the Saturday reading, see if we got another Saturday weather. Saturday mostly sunny, highs around 61, and then Sunday 49 for the mostly high temperature. Nighttime's going to be still chilly. Right now we are just under the freezer at 31 degrees. We have the commissioner's report coming up here in just a few moments.
Shopping for your Valentine can be a breeze this year when you shop at Butler's Jewelry and Loan in downtown Forest City. You can find the perfect gift from the wide selection of rings, pendants, chains, earrings, and necklaces. Choose the gift that says how much you really care. After selecting the perfect gift, Butlers will be glad to wrap the gift for you free of charge. Ask about the custom imprinting of the name or a special message on the gift. Make Valentine's Day real special this year. You can do that with a stop at Butler's Jewelry and Loan in downtown Forest City.
McMahon's Funeral Home and Cremation Services has been a family business since 1953, offering care, dignity, honor, and unique opportunities for families to create healing moments after a loss. John McMahon and his fine staff bring experience, coupled with perspective, to help pay tribute in a traditional or unique way. Call 287-4715 or visit online today at McMahansFuneralHome.com. There you can view current obituary information or pre-plan for yourself or a loved one. McMahan's Funeral Home and Cremation Services, offering healing to the community through burial and cremation services, grief support, whether it's a funeral or a memorial service. McMahan's Funeral Home and Cremation Services, 249 South Main Street in Rutherfordton, know the importance of ceremony and will guide you in honoring the life and memories of your loved one. Call McMahan's Funeral Home and Cremation Services today at 287-4715.
We're always happy to be able to keep you informed about what's happening around our county and how the county is using your tax monies. And we're always happy to get a report from our chairman each month after they have a meeting. And he's on the phone with me right now. Brian King, chairman of the county commissioners in Rutherford County. Mr. Chairman, good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I am doing well. I hope you are doing well.
Well, I'm looking outside my window here at the mill, and I see blue skies and sunshine coming from your way, so I really appreciate your help and effort in that.
We're going to send some more of it. Once this fog burns off, it's going to be a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Okay. Well, thank you. Well, we had our meeting last night. It's we have usually the first Monday of every month when we have our meeting. It lasted just about an hour, and so if you don't mind, I'll just dive into it.
Yes, please do.
Okay. So we called the meeting to order. The agenda was approved. Our Pledge of Allegiance was led by Don Kaysen of the TDA. We did have public comments. We had a citizen come in and speak who lives near or around Forest City, an issue with his neighbor. Then we went into the consent agenda, which is really where our minutes from previous minutes and tax refunds, minutes from previous meetings and our tax refunds and releases were done at once. Back into the next item was the appointments, where we had appointments to the Foothill Regional Commission Board of Trustees. The Foothill Regional Commission Board of Trustees has a vacancy, and so we were notifying the public that we have a vacancy. We need to fill the vacancy in the near future, so we're going to be advertising and accepting applications of citizens who may be concerned about working on this or willing to volunteer. This is something that this board has been doing. I've been serving on the board for 7 years, and we publicly post when there's openings so that interested parties can let us know who they are, so we can have a pool of candidates to pull from. And this was announced last night on the Foothills Regional Commission Board of Trustees. Don Kaysen came next, gave us the Tourism Development Authority report. It was a great report, and he had 14, 15 slides, but talked about all the projects that's been happening. And I mentioned with Don Kaysen prior to the meeting is I wish we had a before and after, because before, as in some of these projects, because some of he mentioned last night, they were projects updated. The Kiwanis Park in Rutherford, the Lake Lower Boardwalk at Washburn Marina, Chimney Rock Village Phase 1 was completed, and the downtown Spindale streetscape was completed. And this is one of many. We still have the Lake Lower Beach Trail, the Buffalo Creek Trailhead parking. Others that he's mentioned that where the TDA is actually their goal is to use occupancy tax money, so the people who are coming to stay in our hotels to use that money to bring beds and people to come to our community. But there also is an initiative that the board of the TDA has been doing, is reinvesting monies into our community, not only to help our attract tourists, but also to help our community. And so they've invested quite a bit of money. They're spending about $1 million now, I think, so far locally on some of our local, granting projects. And it was a good presentation. The takeaway is that occupancy tax is up. They have other projects they're working on. A discussion that we had that wasn't on part of this was, right now state law prohibits the TDA from investing more monies into our community than what they are. And so, the commissioners asked last night, is there a possibility of a local bill of the TDA investing more funds into our community? For example, when we have fireworks, 4th of July, that to lessen the burden to our citizens, that doesn't bring tourism, and that's perfectly perfect for them to invest the occupancy tax dollars on. Also, another good example was, the soccer fields or the baseball fields, things that bring tourism, but, they're capped at how much money they can spend. And right now, the TDA is sitting at $2.5 million in their fund balance, and it's increasing every day. Now, there's a willingness to look towards this, but we need to look to our legislators to allow us and allow that board to continue to find and I applaud the TDA on finding projects that will help the quality of life of our citizens, and it's been a great thing. So, but right now they have $2.5 million in their fund balance. So that was a good discussion, and so we had that last night. Next item was budget amendments. We had our budget amendments last night, which is, we approve a budget once a year, but then when monies are coming in, and then monies are having to go out, we have to approve it. You just don't spend it. One of the interesting items that was there last night is that the health insurance for all our county employees was substantially higher than what we expected, and so we had to go into fund balance of quite a bit to cover the health insurance rates that was announced by the state recently. The state budget appropriation grants, we do get grants from the county. Was next was on there, but one of the things that we did in order to not only to comply, but to actually update how we do our back office, that we updated our county's conflict of interest policy. So that was presented, and we updated that, and then we also authorized that we would have two signatures on that, the board chairman and the vice chairman. We want signing off on that each year, and basically the certification is signed that there are no taxes due. County doesn't pay taxes, but we're supposed to sign off that we don't have any taxes due. But anyways, but the state requires that, so that was approved last night. Next item was our revenue director came said their 2021 real property tax liens and to request to advertise real property. And so the report that came to us was real property that he had tax liens on because they haven't paid their taxes. So we accepted the report. And then by state law, we're supposed to approve the advertising of real property taxes, tax liens one time during the period of March 1st through May 31st in the local paper, because right now that's where we put our public notices. Interesting conversation last night. That's going to cost the county taxpayers $10,000 to comply with that state law of putting public notices in the paper, even though the paper only has a subscription rate, I believe, around $5,000. So we're spending $2 per subscriber to put this notice in. Interesting conversation. The next item was the Rutherford County Code of Ordinances. The Rutherford County Code of Ordinances is a book where we keep everything filed, and we had to approve the most recent minutes and all that to be filed in that. And that was done last night, and we do keep that online. The Blue Ridge Community Action Committee Service Block Grant application. The Blue Ridge Community Action Community Block Grant application, we receive that every year from Blue Ridge. They do great work. It's a substantial amount of information provided, but where they take the funds and help our fellow citizens. Each year they provide it to us, and per their requirements through the grantors, we need to show that we've received the information. And that was presented last night, and of course we received it. Any questions?
Not so far.
Okay, I'm going pretty. I don't know how much time I have, so I'm going. The Henson Road sewer infrastructure transfer to the town of Spindale. The Henson Road project is one that Rutherford County and the state of North Carolina work together to provide sewer out to a sewer line from Spindale out to the Henson Road project. That property out there has had everything you would think for further expansion. It has water, internet, electricity. I mean, everything you need, but not sewer. So we went in with the state and have that completed. It was done, and now we're conveying it to the town of Spindale, and that was done last night. And so whoever's on that line, their brown will be Spindale's green. So that's going to be a great thing. So that was done last night. The EMS lease for the town of Bostic. So we authorized the county manager and the county attorney to negotiate a lease agreement with the town of Bostic to house the Rutherford County EMS station in the Bostic Fire Department building. Well, we're there now. I mean, that's happening now, but it was a 15-year lease. The 15-year lease is up, so they're working in they're developing another 15-year lease, just about having it nailed down. But because the new lease is coming up, we just wanted to get that done, and that's great to have a EMS station in that area, and especially with the fire department. So certainly do appreciate the partnership with the town of Bostic on behalf of all our citizens, especially those in the Bostic area. We did a request for a rate change for EMS standby service. The EMS standby service rate was approved to $150 per hour. This is because right now in our county we have higher expenses of having it. This is more comparable to other areas, and instead of providing basic life support, we're actually providing advanced life support during our standby services, and that was approved last night. Finally, we went into attorney-client under 143-318-1183. This attorney-client matters, and we went to that, came out, and adjourned. No action was taken from the closed session. And
all right.
Jim, that was our meeting.
Pretty productive meeting. My suspicions were confirmed with your report from the TDA. I suspected that while all the people coming into the county from other places are looking for a place here or coming to our rails to trails, they must be staying in our hotels and motels, which creates more tax money for TDA. So I suspected, and your report confirmed, indeed, a lot of people coming and staying here.
Actually, yes, and that was driven in the report as well from the executive director Don Kaysen. And not only they're staying in our hotels, they're also buying our fuel and going in our gas stations, going to our restaurants.
Yes.
And it's a lovely place. That's what I was talking to Don Kaysen prior. Before, we've lived here for all of us lived here for. I mean, I've lived here over 30 years. But it's a beautiful area, and now and all these things that we've been doing. One piece at a time, it's like eating an elephant, one bite at a time, has really opened up and showed the real beauty of our community, and it's continuing to happen. And the TDA, they are in an awesome opportunity, and they welcome that. I mean, they embrace that to help improve our community. I mean, they're the main supporter of a Keep Rutherford County Beautiful project, which is where they do the litter sweeps on our roadways. This is something that they fund and use these fundings for this. And so we appreciate that, and because their goal is to keep Rutherford County beautiful, not only for ourselves but for our guests as well. So, indeed, it was a good meeting last night.
Yeah, I'm glad to see all of our municipalities doing some major renovations and bringing in new features to their towns. It makes it more attractive, and that's going to attract more people too as well. So we got a good thing going here in the county. I appreciate what the county commissioners are doing to look forward and not just look at the present day, but look forward down the road.
Well, thank you, sir. I really appreciate it, and it's a team effort. Together, each achieves more, and I really appreciate working with the team, members of our team. So
thank you.
Guys thank you for the sunshine today, Jim.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime, my friend. As they say at Chick-fil-A, my pleasure.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Yes, sir. Have a good day.
That's Chairman Brian King with the County Commissioners giving us a good report from last night's meeting. Well, some other quickly story. We're running out of time here. 9:05 this morning is My Great America with Jim and Butch. Here's a positive story. I thought this was really great. A Maryland crossing guard is enjoying much-deserved praise after jumping in front of a car to save a child's life. some of you may have seen that video online, but a video of the shocking incident was shared on Facebook Friday by Cecil County Executive Danielle Hornberger, with officials responding with praise and adoration for the selfless action. Gratitude and prayers to Corporal Annette Goodyear from the Northeast Police Department for her heroism in saving this student this morning. Video shows Goodyear attempting to stop a car so a student could cross. When the student started jogging across the street, the car kept going, forcing the guard to make a split-second decision to push the child out of the way. Goodyear was struck during that incident. The driver stopped to help Goodyear after hitting her, according to WJLA-TV. Cecil County Public Schools also released a statement offering gratitude to Goodyear, noting she was treated and released from the hospital. We want to take a moment to recognize Officer Annette Goodyear of the Northeast Police Department for her heroic action today. The statement read, "We are forever grateful for the selfless response of this hero." As for Goodyear, she told WTTG-TV she has never in her 14 years on the job experienced anything like what unfolded Friday morning. It was strange. As I was lying there, I'm thinking to myself, this actually did happen. I didn't even know what to think about it at this point. It didn't seem real, and it was really happening. The crossing guard also explained why she made the selfless decision that was potentially life-saving. She said, "For me, I'm a parent as well. It's like I just wanted to make sure all these children are safe," she said, "and it didn't matter if I was struck or not." Hornberger said Northeast Maryland officials are already working on commendations for the officers' bravery and swift action. So that's another example of police officers who put their lives at risk to protect and save others. I'll be back in just a moment.
There are plenty of drugstores in Rutherford County, but not all of them offer the same personal customer service that is offered at the Medicine Box of Rutherfordton. Laura Hodge and her team have trusted experience and professional service. You're not just a number to them, you're a friend. Make the Medicine Box of Rutherfordton your hometown drugstore at 200 Charlotte Road in Rutherfordton. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturdays 9 to 1, 287-7117.
Valentine promotion continues. I did a drawing earlier this morning, gave away some gift certificate to Don's Italian Restaurant, and the winner of the drawing this morning happened to be some listeners. And let me pull his card right again. Justin and Tiffany Edwards was the winner of the gift certificate from Don's Italian Restaurant. We'll have another drawing in the next couple of hours, and one again this afternoon. And the big drawing, of course, comes on Monday, on Valentine's 14th of the month. Coming up 9:05, My Great America with Jim and Butch. And ladies and gentlemen, Butch is in the building. One other story quickly, and I'm going to have to step away a little bit and rest the old vocal folds this morning. But Israeli scientists say they have accumulated the most convincing evidence so far that taking vitamin D supplements can help COVID-19 patients reduce the risk of serious illness or death. The peer-reviewed study published Thursday in the journal PLOS is based on research conducted during Israel's first two waves of the virus before vaccines became available. The researchers from the Bar Ilan University and the Galilee Medical Center said the impact was so strong that they could predict how infected people would fare based on not only their ages and vitamin D levels. They found it remarkable and striking to see a difference in the chances of becoming a severe patient when you're lacking on vitamin D compared to when you're not, said Dr. Emil Dror, a Galilee Medical Center physician and Bar Ilan researcher. He said vitamin D strengthens the immune system to deal with viral pathogens that attack the respiratory system. This is equally relevant for Omicron, and it was for previous variants, he told the Times of Israel. The researchers published preliminary findings in June that showed 26% of coronavirus patients died if they were vitamin D deficient soon before hospitalization. That compared to 3% who had normal levels of vitamin D. And hospitalized COVID-19 patients who were vitamin D deficient were 14 times more likely than others to end up in severe or critical conditions. Dror said his team addressed the question in the scientific community of whether recent health conditions among the patients might have been skewed the results. In other words, was vitamin deficiency a symptom rather than a contributing factor? For account for that possibility, the researchers examined each patient's vitamin D levels over the 2-year period prior to coronavirus infection, and they found some very positive things. That vitamin D has made a contributing positive effect on the health of people. Always, when I find stories like that, I always think of Dr. Bob, who used to be with us, come in every Thursday morning and do a program, and he was a great proponent of natural medicines and pathogenic medicine, and he would be interesting to find out his thoughts on what's happening right now with this variant and how people are affected by it and what could be done. It'd be interesting to find out what he thought about that particular thing. All right, let's see. About 10 minutes before 9 o'clock. I want to get out of here just a minute and play a little down-the-road music. Let me remind you, though, as you probably already are aware, that many of you are making plans already to enjoy the Super Bowl Sunday, February 13th. Well, be sure and stop into Don's Italian Restaurant and order up delicious hot wings. Boy, those hot wings are outstanding. Pizzas and even dessert pizza for your family and friends. Super Bowl get-together. They also have pasta dishes, salads, sandwiches, and subs. You can call them, and here's the number to call, 828-288-3711, 288-3711. They're located at 619 Oakland Road in Spindale. Open Tuesday through Sunday, 11 until 9. Help celebrate the Super Bowl with a delicious meal from Don's Italian Restaurant, Oakland Road in Spindale. Don's Italian, one of the great places here that we can enjoy some real Italian food. And like a lot of places in this area, a lot of the restaurants particularly are suffering from lack of help. Some people, good paying jobs in a lot of these places, but some people just don't want to go to work somehow or other. We'll hopefully get around that. Had some more information I wanted to talk about how the Super Bowl halftime show is affecting people and how the rap music that our kids and grandkids are blasted in their brains all the time, how that might affect them. And we'll talk about that either today or Thursday, when I have a little time to discuss that a little further. And I think it's important that you know that and give some thought to what's happening in that respect. Meanwhile, be sure to get your card in. If you have not done so, get your card in, and you want to mail it. If you mail it today, we'd get it by Friday, I'm sure, maybe Thursday. If you don't want to do that and want to bring it by, feel free to do that as well. We got a stack of cards here that's going in the big box on Monday morning, and we'll have that big drawing for the grand prize. Boy, I tell you, Tracy's lined up some outstanding gifts for us on the grand prize winner: jewelry, flowers, candies, massage, free dinner for two. What else? I don't have that list in front of me. Boy, she's done a great job. Maybe we'll have her here tomorrow to talk about some of those prizes that she's worked out to get. Some great folks who believe in what we're doing and believe in getting you happy with your Valentine. Yep, it's time. It's coming. All right, let's see. Let me step out of the way here and get ready for My Great America with Jim and Butch. Coming up here in just a few moments. Meanwhile, we'll head down the road for some music from the Vault of Treasured Music.
WCAB
Get the first weather forecast at 6:05 here on 100.9 FM 590 AM WCAB Rutherfordton.
What you doing? Getting mixed up with her.
The Western drama getting the most Oscar nominations, 12, including nods for cast members Benedict Cumberbatch, Kirsten Dunst, Jesse Plemons, Cody Smith-McPhee, and a nod for Best Picture, where it's up against Belfast, Coda, Don't Look Up, Drive My Car, King Richard, Licorice Pizza, Nightmare Alley, West Side Story, and the film with the second most nominations, Dune. The Oscars air March 27th on ABC. Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Hollywood.
5 hours of talks, but no breakthroughs, the Kremlin says, so ahead of what could be a Russian invasion of Ukraine. The recent tensions having an effect on gas prices. Here's ABC's Rebecca Jarvis.
Russia still supplies some of the oil to the United States, and prices for oil now are above $90 a barrel for the first time since 2014. And you're seeing out at the pump, prices up overnight, another penny, $3.45 a gallon. The national average in the last week, prices are up 8 cents a gallon.
Mask mandates being lifted in some schools as COVID cases drop.
Cases have fallen in all 50 states. The governor of New Jersey saying this is not a declaration of victory, but an acknowledgement we can responsibly live with this virus.
That's ABC's Ariel Reshev. A growing number of protesters demonstrating outside of Canada's parliament against COVID mandates. ABC's Trevor Ault is in Ottawa.
A lot of these demonstrators have been here for nearly 2 weeks now. There are hundreds of semis and trucks and U-Hauls that are parked in the middle of the street in Ottawa, Canada's capital. We're right outside Parliament. And while this started as just a demonstration against truck drivers being required to get vaccinated across the border, this has evolved into something much larger. They want all of Canada's COVID restrictions and mandates to go away for good.
The bridge that links Detroit to Windsor, Ontario, also blocked by the protesters. This is ABC News.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make $200 to $300 this year.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GEAR for 25 cents a gallon or more cash back on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code GEAR to earn 25 cents a gallon or more on your first